Okay, my God team, welcome back to our channel, guys. Thanks for tuning into today's video. We're going to go ahead and talk about Bitcoin today. Now, I've only had a few hours sleep, so forgive me if I seem a little tired. Obviously, crypto had a very explosive night with CPI release and Bitcoin crashing basically nearly to those lows of 17,600. We found that last line of support at 18,400, as you can see in the chart over here. We cleared upwards, we pushed through 18,800, and we've actually managed to reclaim this rising channel pattern. So quite an unprecedented turn of events. A lot of people were panicked. It almost did seem like we were going to head down to the 17,600 level, but a last statement from Joe Biden about inflation ended up pushing the market back upwards, completely recovering the Dow Jones and completely recovering almost Bitcoin. Actually even more recovering in Bitcoin. We actually came into a positive from that breakdown point, which is pretty intense. Now guys, before we get into the video, go ahead and drop a like. If you're interested in joining our VIP, you can go ahead and contact me via Telegram. We've had some massive success in the VIP over the last 24 hours. We traded these trends pretty well. You can see that we made around 338% profit on our Bitcoin long over here. We got a little bit of profit on our other long. We took 2 longs. And 169% on our Ethereum short. So we definitely capitalized on that CPI release. Now, you can go ahead and join our free channel actually with the first link in the description. You get access to all our updates, videos, analysis, charts, and more. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the video. So CPI came out, and it came out in a weird spot. So here is what we have. October 13th latest release. This is the CPI year on year. We had actual 8.2, forecasted 8.1. And we talked about this yesterday. If we came in at 8.1 or higher, we would have seen a bearish reaction. And we did see a bearish reaction. We saw an initial drop. We saw that initial drop. We saw that bearish reaction. That was the case. So it's perfectly in line with our theory. Now we actually came in lower than previous, which is obviously good. And as you can see by the chart over here, we are still dropping. So technically inflation is still going down. It just didn't go down very much. If we go to the core CPI, we can see a little bit of a rise in that core CPI over here. We had the forecast at 6.5, previous at 6.3, and actual at 6.6. Now remember, the core CPI does not include the cost of goods and services such as food and energy. So there's a slight difference in there. Obviously that doesn't account for that. So let's go ahead and get into the analysis, because we've talked a lot about CPI. We've talked about all of that yesterday, and it's kind of in the past now. What that is inferring to us is the probability of a rate hike in the future, in terms of FOMC, which is about 21 days time, what they're going to do with rate hikes. And during this drop, a 50 basis point hike, it dropped all the way down to, I think it was 0%. And I'll have to double check, but I think it's come up a little bit now. And we can go ahead and just take a look. If I go ahead and bring this page up here, it should tell us exactly what's going on if it loads. We'll give it some time to load, we'll come back to it. So about 19 days and 16 hours until the next FOMC. As we can see over here we go. So it's all over the place, guys. We're moving between 50 basis point, 0%, 75, 90, 8.1%. And 100 is around 1.9%. So it's moving all the way, but as you can see, 50 is still locked in at 0. Everyone's expecting about 75. So as CPI changes, obviously up, down, the same, it changes the probability of the rate hikes. And we talked all about that yesterday. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video and do our analysis. So here is Bitcoin, and we talked a lot about this range. We're not going to discuss it again, but for the new viewers over here, we've been talking about this horizontal range over here, which is between the 12th and the 21st of October. We've expected massive volatility within this range, as is the point of which where we had that descending trend line meet up with these horizontal points at 19 and 17.6K. We've seen a very brutal wick all the way down. So this piercing candle upwards and through, which is really good to see on the daily. The more candles we close above 19K on the daily, the better it's going to be for us if we want to see any sort of bullish reversal pattern on that smaller time frame, on that larger time frame even. So what does it need to take for us to break out of this macro bear market? Well, we will need a break out of this trend line here. So if we break through this trend line, if we break through this trend line, this black trend line, we are out of the bear market. Now we are officially into a new swing high if we break through a zone here. We clear this whole chunk of price action here. That sends us up to 40K, okay? On the shorter time frame, we'll go ahead and rewind some of this and get some of these lines up. We can see that we've actually cleared this short term, or this, should I say, this macro diagonal resistance, which is going to propel us upwards on the short term. As long as we can hold above here, you can see the candle perfectly closed above that level there. It gives us a chance at moving upwards into this 22.6 to 24K zone. And the significance of that is that this zone allows us to retest this diagonal trend line, which allows us to push higher and out of the bear market. So keep your eye on that. Obviously on the short term, guys, we had a very explosive move upwards. We're technically back in this horizontal range. And this is a range I've been talking about for a long time now. And as you can tell, if you haven't caught on already, this price range is so significant. The horizontal levels we have in this chart, if you haven't mapped them onto your chart 2 weeks ago, you should do them now. These price points have been an absolute cheat code for trading Bitcoin in the last 4 weeks. Almost every single support retest has been a great buy. Every single resistance test has been a great short. And we've been capitalizing on this, and you could be capitalizing on this very, very easily if you're paying attention how a price action moves between these levels. So what is happening now? Well, we've pushed back into the rising wedge. Now, the rising wedge is still a valid pattern. The reason why it's still valid is because we haven't had a new pattern develop yet. So the rising wedge is assumed to be the still current valid pattern, and we could still see a breakdown again from here if we're not careful. So what are we looking at? Let's go to a small time frame. Let's go to 30 minutes. We're currently sitting just below that $19,474 resistance. And of course, if you're a VIP member, you would have heard of this level quite a few times, as it was our final take profit target on our long. We talk about this level for a lot. At the moment, shorts are significantly more favorable if we take a short over here, okay, into this range of a target, than longs, all right, because this is a major resistance. We're looking for stops above. Anything above this green line, we can expect a slower move up to 19,800. 19,800 being that major trigger. And quickly, just so the new viewers, the red lines, break through red lines, we expect rapid moves, okay? Find support on red lines, we expect a very strong support. The green lines are the same, they're triggers, they're horizontal resistances or horizontal supports, but we expect weaker support or weaker continuations at or through these levels. So breaking through this level here would result in a weaker and slower move upwards. Breaking through this level would result in a very explosive and quick move up into that next range. Okay, we do have this upward sloping support line, which is our diagonal. Obviously, losing that level could trigger a move back downwards. Now, we do have some diagonal support. Actually, if I go ahead to the 30-minute chart, we look at some shorter time frame structures. If we go ahead and draw our trend lines in over here, we can see we do have some diagonal support that could be provided at 19,000. So there is a chance that we actually come down here, retest this trend line, and push back upwards. Obviously, this would be a good entry, and of course, this would be a good entry as well. When I look to buy these ranges here, I generally look for entries lower. I'm not looking for entries at 18,800 to 18,600. I'm looking for entries slightly below, as these weaker support ranges in the past, we have seen almost every single time they have had a bit of slippage below these trend lines before they active support and push upwards. And that was anticipated in our trade signals in VIP within the last 24 hours. As you can see again, our entries were below. So keep in mind, when you're looking at high volatility periods, your entries are not supposed to be specific. They're supposed to be a little bit under supports, as supports don't get respected quite as well during periods of high volatility as they should. So that's the short term, guys. Bitcoin dominance is looking great here. It pushed outwards of this diagonal trending resistance and this horizontal resistance range. It could definitely fly upwards over here. And we saw how altcoins got impacted with Bitcoin dominance rising. A lot of altcoins were losing 15, 20% on Bitcoin when it dropped like 4 or 5%. Absolutely insane. Altcoins got wrecked. Altcoins got wrecked. DXY, let's go ahead. And DXY should be dropping a little bit now. Obviously, Bitcoin's gone up, risk assets have increased. We saw this huge red candle action in the last couple hours on DXY, which is quite interesting. But it's come back down to retest that 112 support, which is this horizontal, so 112 support, which is this horizontal level over here. And that could further indicate, or I guess coincide with, that Bitcoin short-term resistance, which is at 19,474. So that could support the fact that, you know, if we see the DXY bounce a little bit here, we will see Bitcoin head back down and exhaust a little bit. And we can actually see in that small time frame some degree of exhaustion in this trend. I wouldn't say it's fully exhausted. We do have some sort of pennant formation developing over here. And obviously a break upwards could be a continuation pattern, as this is a bullish pennant. Generally, prices enter from the downside in, result in prices continuing. If prices enter from the upside in, they continue down. So this is a bullish pattern over here. We can expect a move continuing higher from that. That being said, guys, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. So we're going to quickly have a discussion about Bitget. Now, if you follow the channel, if you're on our Telegram, if you're on our Twitter, if you like the content, enjoy the videos, and just find what we do informative and beneficial, go ahead and support the channel by clicking the sign up link to Bitget and trade where I trade. Now, there's about 10 different good reasons why I'm suggesting Bitget, and obviously I've made the swap from Binance to Bitget close to a year ago now. Last year in September, I decided to go to Bitget and trade on Bitget, and I'm going to go through the reasons why you should actually come over and trade on Bitget too. So first and foremost, guys, if you like spot trading, obviously 0% trading fees on spot. They've got over 260 coins here. Basically every popular coin you can think of is on Bitget. Basically all the coins on Binance you can find on Bitget. Another really good thing is it is global access, meaning there's no global restriction on who can sign up. Doesn't matter what country you're in, where you're from, you can sign up to Bitget. And the reason they can do that is because they do no KYC. KYCing on this exchange is completely optional. If you want to trade on a decentralized exchange where you don't have to sign up, you don't have to have your government information in there, this is where you want to be, completely decentralized. Another really good thing is they obviously have very low trading fees for futures. It's around 0.02%. Now they have around 60 to 70 different trading pairs on futures and are adding more every couple of weeks, so it is steadily growing. They also have a security fund, so if the exchange ever gets hacked or you get hacked, you can actually request a refund or a compensation from the exchange. They have, I think it's like $80 million, or if not more, $800 million or something close to that in the security fund that actually pay out to their users if anything catastrophic happens. So obviously signing up the link, you'll get access to all of that, but there's a few beneficial and extra things you get access to if you sign up the link down below. You'll get access to the reward center. Now on the reward center, there's about 5 separate tasks, and they're trading tasks. If you complete those tasks, you can make up to $4,163 just from actually trading. And the second thing is, if you sign up with the partner link down below, you are actually registered underneath my partner account. And what that gives me availability to do is I can actually adjust your fee kickbacks depending on your trading volume. So you actually get paid to trade on Bitget. You'll get kickbacks based on this trading fees you use. For example, on the 3rd of October to the 10th of October, we are doing a running campaign where 10% of the fees you pay on Bitget, you actually receive as compensation as USDT directly to your account. These are some of the things I can do. I can assess your trades, I can monitor your trades if you need advice, I can actually see what is going on, and obviously the fees are very, very small on Bitget. That being said, guys, that is all I want to talk about Bitget. If you want a more in-depth analysis and video about Bitget or how to leverage trade, go to our channel and click the video how to trade on leverage, and we talk you through Bitget and a little bit more. Thanks guys, we'll see you later. Okay guys, I want to take a quick moment to introduce the Become a Trader course at the end of this video. This course was designed by myself and Wolves of Crypto. We put together a whole variety of knowledge to create the most cohesive, understandable, and beneficial trading course there is on the market. If you're interested in learning how to become a trader, if you're interested in learning how to use technical analysis, if you're interested in learning how to apply market analysis to different cryptocurrencies, this is a course for you. We teach you everything from the fundamentals, the basics about what cryptocurrency is, how to trade cryptocurrency, mastering the craft of cryptocurrency, diving into a whole range of technical indicators, market structures, and teaching you how to utilize these when finding trades and applying risk management strategies to become more profitable over time. We even dive into market psychology, human psychology, and provide a variety of different videos and educational content, including courses and quizzes to assist your learning along the way. If this is something you're interested in, guys, go ahead and contact us down below at the cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com. We'll send you an email back with all the course information, the structure, the payment details, and everything else you need to know. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and we'll catch you in the next one.